Welcome to the Panic Button. I'm Nina.
I'm Jessie.
And today we're reacting to why men who say they're women. Hold on. Today we're reacting to men who say they're women trying to convince lesbians to date them. Did I say that right?
Today we're reacting to preferences and if they're transphobic, right?
Yeah, that.
Wow.
Girls too, but not like in an
Bisexual
extreme
way.
way. You know what I mean? I think women are just beautiful. Yeah, I've never gotten any shit for who I'm attracted to.
Lesbians are the only orientation that gets attacked for their orientation.
And you brought a trans person on, like it's appropriate to talk about it with
Yeah.
a trans person too.
When will cis lesbians like Arielle stop inserting themselves into the conversation that is not about them? It is about me. It's about being what a lesbian
It's attracted
means.
to, we're not
What a
attracted
lesbian is. Like most of these people that are hating on lesbians for wanting to be with a female or someone that resembles a female, I could very well be in a relationship with a trans woman that had a vagina. Not everyone could be. Vaginas that are man-made, if you will, are a little bit different than cisgender lesbian vaginas, like cisgender women. And that's
Could you date a trans woman who had a fake vagina?
Like, I want to see it, but I don't want to be involved with it. You know what I mean? It's like going to the museum and like seeing all this stuff behind glass. Like you're observing. Dare not touch it. Something bad's gonna happen. Something's gonna tase you. I don't know. But not looking. Sure. I want to see what's up. But how about you?
No.
I just want to know what's going on with that because I don't really look into it.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I think one of the biggest things the SJWs are getting wrong is they're conflating gender and sex to both being gay. Like you can be gay and be attracted to the same sex, or you can be gay and be attracted to the same gender. But, and Lacey Green said this, sexual orientation is not immutable. You cannot change what or who you're attracted to.
And that used to be a very common LGBT stance. We used to be arguing against like the very right-wing Christians who were saying that, you know, gay people can change and whatever. And now we're fighting against the very far left saying gay people can change.
His YouTuber by the name of Rena Shut Up. She's a bisexual Asian YouTuber.
Easy for the bisexual girl to talk about it. Damn.
Most of the people that hate on me for only wanting vagina, female, honestly are the bisexual people. It's not that I choose to only like females. I've touched a penis and 40 million people have seen it. Whether it was attached to a man or a woman, like I can't do it. I just physically something about it doesn't feel right.
And you shouldn't be demonized for that because I'm only attracted to penis. I'm not attracted to vagina, surgical vagina, real vagina. I'm also not attracted to surgically constructed penises either. And I can acknowledge there are like plenty of like very attractive trans men.
Right. They're masculine.
Like sexy beards, like good personalities. It's just not what I'm attracted to, and that's okay.
There are plenty of YouTubers out there right now, like, believe it or not, an ex-girlfriend of mine, sent me multiple text messages telling me that I'm a terrible transphobic piece of shit because I don't want to fuck a woman with a penis. Thinking anything differently is inherently transphobic.
Arielle, hi. Nina. Your ex wasn't gay or lesbian. She was either straight or bi. As a lesbian,
You're right.
I would have to say that it can be a dangerous and slippery slope dating bisexuals. In general.
Yes. Yes, it can be.
My reasoning is I saw a naked woman, boobs and vagina, and I found it attractive, and that's how I knew I was lesbian. Was that person a woman? The truth is, no one knows. I just know that they were female, and that's what I was attracted to. I'm attracted to the same sex, me. Can some people be attracted to gender? I don't think so, because you don't know somebody's gender. How can you be attracted to gender?
Gender's
It doesn't
up
make
here.
any sense.
Gender's up here.
But this is their argument. Their argument is you should be attracted to someone because of their...
Blaire, and sex is up here. Shakes a little titty.
Gender's up here.
But this is their argument. Their argument is you should be attracted to someone because of their gender. And I know it's not the truth because I dated unknowingly so a trans man because they presented as female. Was I attracted to...
Me too. Me too.
That's so crazy.
Me too. You know this.
Yeah.
Me too. Because I thought they were just a butch lesbian, and then they were like, "Joke's on you. I might want to cut my teeth off."
Oh,
Like,
that's a tricky dicky.
I was like, "Hang on. I don't know about this." Right?
The dating world is more complicated now than it ever
Yeah.
was.
Did you ever think you'd have to look at your partner and go,
What are you?
not even that, like, do you want to get a dick? Because that's a deal breaker for me. I didn't think I'd have to clarify.
Do you want to yeet the teats? We're going to have some questions,
Right.
Q&A before we go on this date.
You go out with someone, they're completely one way.
Yeah.
And it's not even like personality. No, you're seeing something. And then they're like, actually, gone. It's just weird. especially when it's something as big as that. You think you'd open with, I'm a little confused. I don't know what I want, but that's a potential option down the road.
I'm really glad I'm not dating right now.
People want to talk about, are your preferences discriminatory?
But sexual orientation is not a preference.
You're free to discriminate upon who you want to have sex with and who you're like.
Dating is inherently discriminatory. Like, that's what it is.
That's what it is. The same way that, like, I probably wouldn't want to date a flight attendant because I wouldn't want to date someone who's, like, flying all over the place and never home.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to date someone
You're so domestic.
with a vagina.
If you like a person and you want them and they like you back, what's between their legs shouldn't matter. There's a difference between being emotionally interested in someone and sexually interested in someone. Genitals do matter for a lot of people. For some people, it doesn't, and that's
Sex
great.
isn't love, love isn't sex. They should come hand in hand, and it does matter. Like, okay, if I were to go on a date with a man who, for all intents and purposes, I believed was a biological male, okay, so right away my criteria is met with that end, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I found out that they had a vagina. Would I be mean about it? No. Would I, try to insult them or whatever? No. That's not what I'm looking for, and that's fine. It really does blow my mind. I know we keep talking about it, but it blows my mind. Lesbians are the only one that get this.
Only. It's so misogynistic and sexist, and they don't realize it.
On that note, she said she did it, I did it. Accidentally dated a trans man. Do you think gay men or straight men deal with the same issue? Like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, their boyfriend goes, I want to be a woman. Or all out of nowhere, like, their girlfriend's just like, you know what, baby? Sign me up.
Yeah, I do.
You think they deal with it?
I think some do, yeah. There was one I knew in particular, yeah. And they were engaged to be married.
Do you know how that situation went down?
They were in a relationship, and they were engaged to be married. They had been together for a few years. And the woman decided that she was going to become a man, and she was starting the transition of becoming a man. And they were together for like another year or so, and then it ended.
If you are changing something as big as your gender, then you're probably not happy in your relationship.
You're not happy with yourself first. You can't be happy in your relationship.
If you're changing things like that where you cannot achieve sexual pleasure anymore, then your relationship isn't doing it for you, right?
It's basically a sneakier way of lesbians saying they don't see them as real girls.
No, I see them as trans women, which is what they are.
I don't think there's anything inherently bad about, like, making the distinction. Like, if we're talking about puppies and rainbows, there's no point in being like, I'm trans and you're cis. But if we're talking about, like, biological sex,
and there are differences.
There are differences, and it's not bad to recognize them.
I think it's good because it helps people understand what you really are.
That's back to the whole labels thing. You pick up a can, right? You don't know what it is. You open it up and it's like the least favorite beets. You hate them. Why would you want those?
The people who are getting on lesbians like myself, lesbians as a whole, people who are getting on us about not wanting to date trans women are just as bad as the Christians who got on our for not wanting to date men. You're just as bad as them. Those people need to just stop talking.
They don't see the hypocrisy in what they're doing.
Well, I do find it quite interesting that I don't see a lot of trans men trying to convince straight men to date them. Yet, a ton of trans women and non-binary crazy people are trying to manipulate lesbians into taking. For what reason exactly? Because they don't get what they want, so they try to manipulate. And unfortunately, younger lesbians who don't know their from their elbow will be easily manipulated and managed by these people, doing things they don't want to do because they're so afraid of being called transphobic. And that is completely preying upon someone's empathy. And I find it disgusting. That makes those people horrible people, bad people, regardless of what they stand for.
Doesn't mean it's bad to be a trans woman. It just means you're different. You're a different type of woman, and lesbians aren't necessarily attracted to every type of woman.
And that's very true. As a lesbian, I'll never date a butch lesbian. I won't.
Yep.
Why? Because I've never been attracted to butch lesbians or men.
Yeah.
Only biological women who look like women.
That's how they probably end up with those.
And if you don't like that, you can turn around and put your head up inside your butthole.
Like an ostrich in the sand.
Because I don't care.
It shouldn't matter to anyone else. Like, when you say, I'm good, there shouldn't have to be a why. Oh, because you're trans? Like, no, I just don't want to date you. Like, I don't get it.
You can call yourself whatever you want. I'm not going to date you.
It's the same as if, like, someone you're not, like, a woman that you're not attracted to wants to go out with you, and you're like, nah, I'm just not into you. Same idea. Because there are women I don't want to go out with. And for example, Blaire, I think she's gorgeous. I love Blaire. I really do. Would I date Blaire? I could not. I couldn't.
Blaire's got a Ain't gonna happen.
But I love her. I respect her. I would be great friends with her. But we would never have a relationship. And you know what? Blaire wouldn't want me either. And that's great. We would mutually understand that and have a great friendship, in theory. But still, people who get too up about it, it's like, I can see, like, yeah, she's got those features that I would like, but I know what's in her pants.
I mean, if we have to get down to it, I'll just say this. Lesbians like all natural,
You can be all natural.
all natural, from the womb, born, bred and raised vagina. Like and subscribe.
Locally grown. Homegrown. Wait, okay, 1, 2, 3.